Hello. And welcome to another treasure hunt. Well, today, our indomitable Skyrunner, Anneka Rice, is being guided by John Weston Smith and his wife, Chris. And you know that you're going to solve 5 cryptic clues to get Anneka to the treasure and win for yourselves £1,000.
We hope.
Are you looking forward to it?
Yes, we're looking forward to it now. Yes.
Tell us where you come from. Where do you come from, John?
A small village in Kent called Kingswood, which is about 2 miles from Leeds Castle.
What do you do?
I teach geography. I'm head of geography department in a large secondary school.
What about you, Chris?
I'm head of a primary school in roughly the same sort of area.
Uh-huh. Well, at the moment, of course, we don't know where the course is. The only person who does is our adjudicator, Wincy Willis.
Hello. Well, I'll be plotting your course as it happens, your progress. And as usual, I won't be giving too much away.
Just to remind you again that we shan't be seeing Anneka here in the studio, but we can, of course, hear her and talk to her. So I'm going to find out where she is and see if she can hear me. Anneka, are you there?
Hello, welcome to Leeds Castle. Actually, we're in the Isle of Wight, and we're flying over the Solent just outside Cowes. Below me, we've got the most wonderful sight of yachts spinning across. It's a lovely breezy morning. There's a couple of scoots going by with their spinnakers full up. Cowes, of course, is the world-famous yachting centre. Famous too for boat building, even boats that fly, like the flying boat and the hovercraft. It's a lovely island. It only measures 23 miles by 13 miles, so it's very small, but very picturesque. So I think it's going to be a good show today.
John and Chris are nodding happily here. Does any of you know the area?
We were there on Sunday.
Really?
Yes, but we couldn't see anything. You could have met the Marie Celeste in the Solent and you would never have known she was there.
Were you actually sailing there?
No, we
No,
were driving around the
driving.
island, but it was so foggy we really couldn't see anything, so I don't know whether it will help.
We'll believe you, thousands wouldn't.
Well, I know where all the good places to build sandcastles are anyway. But that's about it, I'm afraid. Okay, let me just say hello to everybody. Keith in the front, piloting away. We call him Clint these days, Clint Thompson. He's, and Frank over there. Frankie says hello, or relax, or whatever you wanted to say.
Hello.
And Graham is now leaning out of the window. And that's the crew. And here we are in the helicopter, flying over Cowes, ready to start.
Well, let's have a look and see where you are actually on the map then, if you can. Now, where's Cowes? Remember that is right up at the top there, is it?
We're actually in the main harbour.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
where it says Marina.
Right, we've got it.
That's where we are.
We've got where you are. Right, well, Wincy, will you tell us something about the area, please?
Most of us know where the Isle of Wight is, actually. It's just off the Hampshire coast. It's southeast of Bournemouth, and it's just below Southampton. As far as this map here is concerned, to give you an idea of the scale, if the helicopter travels at 80 miles per hour, it's going to take about 11 minutes to travel from north to south.
Karl
Right.
Marx, no less, called it a little paradise. I have to agree with him.
OK, well, your first clue's worth £50. If you're ready to start, I can tell you one thing, the only thing I give away in the whole show, the treasure is something that could be up the garden path. Up the garden path. OK, right, good luck, start the clock.
Right,
Lead you up the
45 minutes from now. First clue to a majestic home with a Kipling connection where the game's afoot. What once was straining in the slips now stands stonily among the statues. To a majestic home with a Kipling connection where the game's afoot. What once was straining in the slips now stands stonily among the statues. Did you get that, Anneka?
Yep, we did.
Black gown shine, statues, dinosaurs and that sort of thing.
Right.
Maybe.
so?
I'll go and find a
If you
book.
can find some
Seems
connection
a
with
long way to
Kipling.
go for the first
That-
one.
that's
Yes,
right.
it's,
Maybe
it's
it
right
is.
down to the southern
That's
tip.
right down to the other end of the island.
It's a long way
No,
to
try
go for
again.
the first
You
one.
up. Remember?
Sorry? Do you want us to go there?
No, I don't think you need to go right to the southern tip of the island, Annie, but if
Yeah.
you can go in a southerly direction for the moment...
Okay. Because Black Gang shines right on the...
Yes,
Right
it's
on the
right
other
on the southern
side.
tip.
Can we just head south?
We've got to find a place with a Kipling connection.
Right.
Now, the famous place on the Isle of Wight, or one famous place, is Carisbrooke Castle, and then the home of the... Was it Queen Victoria had a home, Kenneth, on...
Yes, Osborne. Yes.
Osborne
Osborne is
House.
Queen Victoria's.
I'm wondering whether Osborne House had a connection with Kipling.
Osborne.
Right, OK, well, we'll just head
Games
inland
afoot.
for the moment, towards Newport,
Games
perhaps.
afoot. The game's afoot. That's a quotation, isn't it, from Kipling? The game's afoot. Sounds like it to me. Let's have a look.
We're just going down the River Medina.
Sounds like you're in Tunisia or Morocco.
No, that's not.
What's the weather like there, Annie?
Well, it's just, we're fated with treasure hunt this year. It's a bit cloudy, which is such a shame because, I mean, last night it was beautiful sunsets, beautiful blue skies. but never mind. Doesn't matter. It's not the weather. So you just want us to follow the course of maybe the River Medina for the moment?
I think so. You won't be too far away from wherever we've got to go from that point.
Right. So you're working out whether it's either Carisbrooke or...
That's right.
Osborne House.
Sorry, I just had it then. I just turned the page over and dropped it.
Right,
Game.
okay. Did you like them
Games
both,
of
Graham?
444-3. What is that?
444-3. I see you stand like greyhounds in the slips, straining upon the start. The game's afoot.
Oh, brilliant.
Follow your spirit and upon this
A
charge.
majestic home. It must be Osborne, surely, mustn't it?
Osborne House it must be.
I think so.
It must be
Where
Osborne, I
actually
think,
is
yes.
that?
What's the connection with
Osborne
Kipling,
House is just
What's the
outside.
Kipling connection?
Osborne House is just to the east, just further out than East Cows. Is Osborne
Yes,
here?
you
Oh,
have to...
actually, Osborne.
You have
Yes.
to turn rapidly east, Annie,
Yeah,
if you've gone
okay.
down the River Medina.
Have you been there to Osborne?
No, we
Well,
didn't.
no, we
What's the-
haven't.
We didn't go there.
Connection? What's the Kipling connection?
Where are you at the moment, Annie?
Right,
Greyhounds?
we are just turning towards Osborne now. We're still over the River Medina, and we're just heading east now.
How far had you gone down the river, Annie? Had you
Well,
gone as far as Whippingham?
We're
Anything
about
to do
as
with
far as there.
greyhounds?
We've gone about as far as Whippingham, yeah. So we're turning back
Just
now.
doing a little U-turn.
Sorry?
Where is it exactly? We found it. Where was Osborne? Oh, there. Yeah. It sounds pretty close. Pretty good, doesn't it?
So whereabouts in Osborne House? In the gardens, is this? Look at those cats.
Ah.
Having an orgy down there. Yeah? We'll be there in a minute. This is a hysterical sight, those cows. Having a power. Right, we'll be there in about... Here it is ahead of us now. No, but so do cows.
Not the street, isn't it? This is greyhounds and
Greyhounds in the slips, and it mentions the slips, straining in the slips.
can you
The
do
game,
that?
what once?
Where-
So it's something to do with
Greyhounds.
greyhounds.
Greyhounds. And
Outside or inside, do you
is
think?
that the only thing about cows that there is? Osborne.
At the moment, Annie,
We'll just land in the garden, shall we?
I
think
think
so.
so, Annie. I think at the moment it might look as though it may be in the garden. There are statues in the garden in the
Let's
photographs.
see. Yes, well, we're flying over it now. What can we make out? Well, there's not of people there. There are statues, but none of greyhounds that I can see at the moment. Oh, yes, there are! I can see, I can see a greyhound.
Can you?
Yeah.
Stands stonily among the statues.
Yeah, there's a black greyhound just in front of... Yes, so it'll be on there, will it?
Yes, I think so.
Right. That was fairly straightforward.
What once was straining in the slips. So in other words, it should be a figure of a greyhound that's looks as though it's sort of trying to go, be unleashed.
Oh, yes, not necessarily just a greyhound, I think, don't you?
Straining at the... champing at the bit. Here
Yes,
we
it's
are.
going to be standing.
Yes, here it is.
You got it?
Well, here's the greyhound. Good morning. Here it is. Got it.
Good.
Good,
All
well
right,
done.
read it and go straight
Quickly,
on.
keep going.
Read it and go straight on, please.
Always. Right. Churchill's intriguing parcel was royally sealed here, and some donkey work ensures the next delivery.
Churchill's intriguing parcel was royally sealed here, and some donkey work ensures the next delivery.
Bless you.
I think, had Annie better take off again? I don't think we're going to
take off
stay
again.
Back to
in
the
Osborne. Get to,
Yes.
get to
Right.
the helicopter, Annie, please.
Okay. Well, that was very
What
straightforward.
connections did Churchill have with the Isle of Wight?
Oh,
Do
I
we know?
saw it and I can't think. It's just gone. Isn't it dreadful?
You've just seen it,
Intriguing
have you?
parcel.
Somewhere. Here's some more things. Have a look at this and some leaflets.
Oh, lovely, thank you.
Right.
Right.
That was good.
Churchill Sir Winston.
Right.
8.
We're looking at
You
something
had
about
just over 6
Churchill here.
minutes.
6 minutes.
Yes.
Right. Intriguing parcel was royally sealed here.
Ah.
Got something?
In the spring of 1878, a small boy named Winston Churchill came with his mother. From the cliffs, he saw a splendid ship sail past within a mile or two of the shore. She was HMS Eurydice.
This parcel was sealed here, though. What's that?
Does that sound as though she's got to go to the
Splendid sail,
coast, do you
but
think?
3 black... Ah, she sunk
Where did she sink?
in a sudden squall.
Oh, no, she sunk. Great.
Yes, he watched her as she sank.
Wait a minute,
Only
wait a
two
minute, here,
seamen
wait a
were
minute.
saved.
Deep sea diving sequence coming up.
Here, where a
you've got
donkey
your
treads
skin diving
endless water,
outfit.
Winston Churchill wrote to Charles, he dwelt for almost a year, defenceless secretary, spiritual king, a coveted tool, an intriguing parcel.
Lovely.
And he's talking about King Charles I. So that's Carisbrooke, I expect.
Ah, yes.
Well, in that case, Annie, can you see Carisbrooke on the map?
Not yet. Hang on.
Yes, King Charles I.
Where is Carisbrooke?
Let's find out where Carisbrooke is exactly.
Carisbrooke is just to the southwest of Newport. If you can
Got
head
it.
Right.
in a southerly
Inland,
direction
down the
from
river.
where you are,
Southwest.
down the Medina again.
Want to head for Carisbrooke Castle?
Can you see Carisbrooke on the map, Annie?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So we want Carisbrooke Castle.
There'll be something, yeah, there'll be
What will
something
that
over there.
take? About 4 minutes.
I'll look up
Take
this
about
one.
4 minutes to get there, will it?
About 3 minutes, right. Key?
Got Carisbrooke Castle here.
Some donkey work ensures the next delivery. Anything more about Carisbrooke? I'll have a look in this book about Carisbrooke.
Right, we're going to be there in about 3 minutes. So once again, we're passing over the River Medina. There's the other helicopter up there.
Next
Morning, boys.
delivery.
What a motley crew. Look at them.
Anneka,
Hello there.
you should be inspired to great literary works while you're there today, if you go
Some
by
donkey
history.
work
Lord
ensures the
Tennyson
next
wrote The Charge of the
delivery.
Light Brigade there. Isaac Pitman wrote his shorthand dictionary, and Darwin began Origin of the Species, so you'd better get going.
Well, in fact, we've already dashed off a couple of novels. Just waiting for you to find out where on earth you're going.
Annie, how clearly can you see the castle from where you are now?
From the Carisbrooke?
Mm-hmm.
No, not at all
not there yet.
Not yet. You're champing at the bit.
Yes,
You're
of course they are.
we're just going down the Medina. We won't be there for about...
Ask
Another
him to put
couple
it
of
into
minutes.
overdrive, will you?
Okay, Keith, I've got this stroppy guy in a studio in London who says, can you go into overdrive?
Let's hope it's the right direction after all.
He knows how to fly a plane. Do you know how to fly a helicopter?
No, afraid not.
Oh, so you don't really know what you're talking about.
It's in this area, isn't it? I mean, it's...
Let's not insult him too much, and we might be forced to go any further.
We're just,
Exactly.
tell you where we are on the map. We're just passing by Parkhurst Prison.
Do you think there might be a donkey there?
Be
She'll
careful.
have to get on.
Well, I think they very well might, yes,
Right.
they very well might.
They like you getting on horses and doing difficult things, don't they, Annie?
Donkey work ensures the next
They
delivery.
should be
Donkeys,
shot,
is there
frankly.
about donkeys in
We're
Carisbrooke?
just flying over Newport now. We've passed the prison. I'd love to land at the prison. Can we manufacture one of the clues to be in the prison? I'm very disappointed we're heading
Ah,
south.
donkeys.
Well,
The
they're
donkeys
on
which
it.
work the well house wheel
Out to Carisbrooke?
at Carisbrooke.
Aha!
Well done. I was going to sound very disappointed. I hoped that all the clues would be in Seaview, which is on the north coast, where I used to go for my holidays.
No, well, there's a nice colour picture here, Annie, and it shows the donkeys working the well house wheel.
Good.
And they're shown outside. I presume they work outside.
Well,
Right.
they might just be out there being fed or something.
I think you've just got to look for the donkeys as soon as you...
Yeah.
You've had just
well,
over
well.
10 minutes.
Look out.
Yeah, there's the castle
Find
ahead
the
of
well,
us.
or is it
So
the
it's
well
the
house,
well
isn't it?
outside.
That's right.
Right, okay. Well, it's on the hill now.
I suppose the crew's going to be in a bucket or something, which they'll have to bring up
Who's
from the
gonna
well.
be
Do
in
you
a
think?
bucket?
The
Do you
well
think?
house is right in the centre of the area.
Right.
On my plan here, it's
they've
shown as being
They've probably revised it, you know.
southwest of the keep. You have to come in
Well, I
through
think
the main
it's down
entrance.
there, yeah.
I think it would...
Through the main entrance, right. That's presumably where we're going to land. So,
I don't suppose you could land inside the area of the castle walls. It will probably be too crowded, so...
Keith's not in that kind of mood today.
OK, well, if you can land to the west of the castle walls, then you can go through the main entrance.
I don't know which entrance that is, but
Well, it's the one with the drawbridge and the moat, I would think.
Keith, we don't have such thing as a choice. We've just landed in an empty field. Which entrance is that? Is that the west entrance, Keith?
Yes, there's an
Yes.
entrance to the...
We're at the west entrance.
Right.
OK.
And there is a lot of buildings, but avoid all the main buildings because the well house is completely separate on its own.
Right.
Roughly in the centre of the
In
grounds,
the
Annie.
centre.
Don't do your usual thing of trying doors that don't open.
You've watched too many series. You know me too well since let's
Yeah, we've watched you all the time, Annie.
Yes, it's funny about that door problem I have. It's like the boat problem I also seem to have. Is the well straight through? Near the cannons? Are they near the cannons?
We haven't got cannons marked on the map,
No.
I don't think, unless we've got a picture.
Hi! Where's the well? Well house, right. Well house of Donkey Wheel. Here we are.
There we are.
Here's
There she
the
is.
flash photography not allowed, Graham, sorry. Oh, it's locked. Oh, God, I don't believe it.
Told you.
Oh, God! Right. Hello. Right, here's the well.
Now, some donkey work ensures the next delivery, so are the donkeys
So-
putting things...
You've got to pull the bucket up.
I've got to pull the bucket up with the donkey.
Yes, he'll go round and round, won't he?
Come here. Here, shoot. Oh,
Or he might pull in one direction if he's attached to a
where's he
rope.
going? He's going to pull up the... You tell me what's going on. How do they do it? Have you seen it being done?
The donkey just walks in the wheel and he goes round.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, giddy up.
Is he working for you yet?
Yes, oh, this is amazing. They ought to get you lot up there doing that. Right, yes, I can see the clue. It's coming up in the bucket.
Good.
Oh, dear. When it comes, can you reach over and get it for me? Careful, don't fall in. Here it's coming. Any second now. What a clever donkey. The suspense is killing us all. We've just fallen in. Well done! Stop the clock! We've got it!
No, just before we take a break, could you just tell me what that Kipling connection was?
Yes, it was where Kipling's father designed a room. So the Majestic House, apparently.
I see.
Oh.
I think everything else was fairly straightforward.
Right, well, we're going to take a short break now. Join us again in a few moments. Welcome back. Well, John and Chris have solved 2 clues. That's £150 to the good so far. How are they doing for time, then?
Very well. You're only 14 seconds behind schedule.
That's now the end of
So
it.
you've got 31 minutes left. So here's
Lovely.
your third clue. Ready? Start the clock.
Read the clue, Anneka, please.
Right, cross an Arab-sounding watercourse to a hooded height where the commando network leads Annie up the pole.
Cross an Arab-sounding watercourse to a hooded height where the commando network leads Annie up the pole.
Well, the Medina is the
Medina's
Arab-sounding.
isn't
You've
it?
commented on
Get
that
to the
before.
helicopter, Annie.
Giggling.
And
Right.
if you can fly across the River Medina in an easterly direction.
Just for a change. Yes, right.
To a hooded height.
Cross an Arab-sounding watercourse to a hooded height.
On a high point. Robin Hill Country Park?
Yes, Robin Hood. Robin Hill Country Park.
Well done.
Right.
Due east.
Due east.
Absolutely due east.
Due east, right. Get into the old chopper.
Where the commando network leads Annie up the pole.
Bye.
I think you're in for a bit of exercise, Annie.
Oh,
Sounds like
Annie.
it.
I'm afraid.
Just for a change.
Sounds like it.
What's that place called?
Here we are, look.
Robin Hill.
Right, due east, Robin Hill Park. Or something.
Robin Hill Country Park.
Robin Hill Country Park.
Can you see it on the map,
Yeah,
Annie?
got it. That'll take about a minute, I should imagine. Hare and Hounds, public house.
We've got the
birds.
guidebook here on the country park.
I've just seen the Hare and Hounds PH. That means public house.
Yes, it's a
right.
public
Oh,
house
that's
just
where you're
below
going to
it.
stop,
Yes,
is it? Yes, I see.
It's just above.
That's where we'll stop and have a drink and think about the clue.
Yeah.
Work
Why
out what
not?
to do next.
I think the rate we're going, you've got time to do that.
Here we are. Assault course.
Yes, I'm afraid.
you're
I'm
joking.
for
I'm
it.
sorry,
Assault
Annie.
course.
Bruises or no
no.
bruises, you're going to have to do something nasty.
Oh, wow. What?
Yeah, where's the main way in?
Gosh.
Entrance.
commander
Right. So
never
she's
leads
got
Annie
to
up
go
the
to the
pole,
amusements gift shop and
Tell me
then...
about the assault course.
Annie,
picnic car park.
There is a car park just to the west of the area, but whether you could land in there, I don't know.
Right-ho.
It does look as though it might be a very steep hill, so it depends on whether you've got to start at the top or the bottom. I would think you've probably got to start at the top, perhaps.
Not if it's got anything to do with treasure hunt. It's
Well,
never
let's
so
see.
easy.
Let's see where Keith can land. I mean, that's the main.
right.
As soon as we find out where he can land, then we'll be able to direct it from there.
Where's the actual clue going to be?
Well, the assault course is at the western edge of this park, and that's right next to the picnic and car park, if you could park in there.
Right.
And there is a little path that goes all the way around the edge of it.
Fine. And so it's anywhere on the assault course or on this water course bit?
Well,
It
it's
simply says leads Annie up the pole.
it's quite a large area, and I think you've got to look for a pole that looks as though you might have to do a little bit of climbing with the help of a commando, maybe.
Oh, that sounds
Does it
wonderful.
explain the
right,
assault
now
course?
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it already now.
Oh, it's not fair.
Oh, dear. Right, we'll be there in a minute. Literally
Action
1
Unlimited, the
minute.
commando-styled assault course proves a challenge for the most energetic. Adults and children alike find great enjoyment, listen to this, on the ropes, towers and aerial whizzers.
Oh, great.
Aerial whizzers.
I could do with an aerial whizzer.
That sounds... sounds dreadful.
You were going to say it sounds disgusting, weren't you, Chris?
I hate anything that goes up and down and sideways.
Can I have a look at this, please?
What a problem. Keith,
So-
you feeling energetic? Because I've got a job for you.
Let's see if there's anything. What, you're going to send him up the pole, are you?
Why not? I mean, he's not doing much. Just sitting there, talking to himself. Keith, he's busy.
I'm just wondering if it's showed a map.
Where are you landing, Annie?
Oh, is this it there? Can we land at that picnic place? Right. I can see this horrific look. Is this the actual assault course? No, is that a children's ground or what?
Yes, there is
It's a children's assault course.
Yes.
Well, it's commando style, so it
Commando
shouldn't...
style, but for children. Slightly different.
Well, it says adults and children, Annie.
Oh, right.
But don't get your hopes up too soon.
No, that doesn't seem to seem to
No, I'm relieved. I thought it was going to be the real
I don't
thing.
think we can do much more from the books,
Right.
I
can we?
don't think we can, really, no.
Okay. We're landing at that picnic area. We're getting out now, and it could be anywhere on this assault course. So we
Well,
probably
something to do with a pole. You've got to be led up a pole.
Network, is it one of those nets that you climb up, do you think? Do you know that?
Ah, yes. It could be one of those assault nets, Annie.
Could be, I don't know. Is that possible?
Hi. Right, you've got to help me. How do I get to the net? Where's the net? There.
Can you see it?
Yes. Hang on. I'm just walking down this path.
Is there a pole at the top, and does it go up one side and down the other?
Well, there's a pole, one of those things you hang on to. But the actual net is a sort of rope bridge thing.
Oh.
But no, hang on. Is this... Oh, I can see the clue!
You can see
Wonderful.
the clue.
Yes, I can see it. It's like...
You've got to climb up.
Yes. How do I get up there? How do I get up there? Walk along there. Get up that bit and walk along. Right. Come with me and show me.
Lots of help you're getting there.
Grab someone and stand on their shoulders.
Right. Right. Oops. Is that what you're meant to do? Yeah. Oh.
I'm looking forward to seeing this on the
Right.
television, Annie.
Now. Right. Get back. Oh, right. This is the bit. Oh, right. We're on our way. We're just going over a rope bridge with a bit of wire. Graham, stop laughing. This is unfair. I don't know. Oh, right. We'll be there in a sec. I'm just coming up. And to the next bit. Where's the clue? Oh, it's over there. Why don't you just get it for me and bring it over? Oh, it's too logical.
Not that easy.
It's a sort of rule that I have to do it myself, I
That's
think.
right.
It seems so unfair because all those little boys are just standing
They'd
up
love
there.
to do it for you, I'm sure.
Oops. Right. How am I doing? Is this okay? Have I got the style right? Am I meant to go twice as fast? Right. Right.
Is she swinging along like an ape like this, do you think?
Kenneth, as if I would.
A beautiful
Right.
ape. A pretty ape.
What do I do now? Okay. Sorry?
Just walk across if you
Just walk across. How easy?
try not to.
Go through the middle.
I just wouldn't be able to move.
Right.
You got it?
Right, yes, no problems.
Got it.
No, not quite. No problems, she says. Bit of a crisis here in the middle of the net. Coming up now. Can you take my map? Thank you. Right. We're coming up to the top. This is great. What a way to... Now, over the top, do you think, or underneath?
Underneath.
Lots of advice. Where is it? Here it is!
Got it?
Right.
All right, read it then. Go straight on and read it.
Past the Hiawatha's Man's Fountain and a crustaceous pub to a seaside tradition in mint condition. Now,
Past the Hiawatha Man's
How did you get
Fountain
down?
and a crustaceous pub
you don't know. You've
to a
been up-
seaside tradition in mint condition.
The crab and lobster.
It's like lazy cake.
Oh, it's impossible. Is there a quick
The
route?
shrimp, the...
How do I get
We
down?
saw a crab and lobster down at Benbridge.
Is this a quicker way?
Hiawatha Man.
She's here at the
Is this the
moment.
quicker way out?
Who wrote Hiawatha?
She's going to come down to the coast, isn't
Hey, stop jogging it up that end.
Are you allowed to get down graciously, or are they watching you?
What do you think, Chris? What do you think? No.
You've got 23 minutes left.
Past the
Getting
Hiawatha
off
Man's
is even more
Fountain.
complicated than getting on.
Crustaceous pub to a seaside
Just walking
tradition.
back. Sort of step ladder affair. Right. Oh, you rotten lot coming up behind me like that. Right. Here we are. No problems with that. Getting the hang of this now.
Who wrote Hiawatha?
Right. Oh, dear.
Longfellow. wrote Hiawatha.
Longfellow. Right.
The thing is, I think I'm... Right.
Hiawatha Man's pub.
Longfellow Henry. 1700.
Right. Come on, let's race this now. Got the hang of this now. No problem. Right. Oh. I have to tell you, we're still not off this course.
You're not off the course
We're
yet.
still walking along.
Oh,
Great
no.
ladders and things. Right. Now, there must be a way down here.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right.
Here. Longfellow visits
Right.
Shanklin.
Thank you all very much.
You've got to go to Shanklin, Annie,
To Shanklin.
and you've got to find a fountain.
Right.
Past the Hiawatha.
Past the Hiawatha Man's pub. Well, he visits Shanklin, so it must be... What is it?
A crustaceous pub.
No, man, past the Hiawatha Man's fountain and the
So
crustaceous
Shanklin
pub. Let's see
is-
something about Shanklin.
Oh, thank you. What's your name? I won't forget you, Marcus. Marcus, thank God for Marcus.
What's this mint condition in the seaside?
Well, don't you think it's...
Or something very new.
It's rock. Don't you think it's rock?
Mint rock, peppermint rock.
You think it's rock?
You know, seaside
It
rock.
could be, couldn't it?
I should
Now
think
then,
so.
is there a
Well, we've got to find out something about Shanklin. Is it where
public
the,
house?
Shanklin, please.
Fountain and crustaceous pub to a seaside tradition.
Right. We're taking off.
Public house.
Shanklin, so that's on the east side.
Shanklin Shine.
Haven't got any. Right, well, I'm just very disappointed we're not going via Seaview. I'm
I
determined
can't
to
find
get
anything
there, but
particularly
I'll see
relating
my
to Shanklin over there.
Well, a lot of this is in this book here. Wait a minute. I've got something here about Longfellow at Shanklin. I found the page.
Just leaving this thought course, there's some archery down there. Great place. I thought it was meant to be for adults too. I got this distinct feeling I was the only adult there for miles around. Great fun.
Longfellow left alive. Collier's Hotel was built in
Found the
1834.
hotel where the pub is.
He also left his doggerel on the fountain. Oh, well, that's all right. We're in the
That's
going
all
the
right.
way.
We're definitely.
Sun's trying to come out, so it's in a piece of rock.
We're looking for a thing called Collier's Hotel, and past there's a fountain there.
Right.
And then past this hotel called Collier's Hotel, you
Yes.
find a crustaceous pub.
Which will either be the crab and lobster or the...
All right, yes.
Something like that, I would think.
You're both teachers, aren't you? Yes.
Yes.
I was just thinking you're not going to disgrace yourself at all to your pupils. They're going to be very impressed.
Well, we've got a little time to go yet, Annie.
We
Don't
don't
speak
talk too soon.
that was very brave of you. I always think it's very brave if a teacher's ever a contestant.
Ah, we don't have to tell them when the programme's on, though.
Oh, I see. Yes, and I suppose
very quiet
you could just give them a double dose of homework.
Are you nearly at Shanklin?
No, we're just coming up to it now. We're just crossing over some
I think there's a fair bit about Shanklin in here if you want to look at some more.
market garden with things growing in greenhouses. I wonder what that is. I don't know what they're growing there.
You've got just under 19 minutes left.
Right.
Anneka, more literary inspiration. Keats stayed at Shanklin and Dickens began Great Expectations there, so we really are expecting great things from your diary when you get back.
Right, yes, OK. 1 minute to go. We'll be there in a minute.
You might have to run a little way through the streets of Shanklin, Annie, to get to this hotel or pub.
Right. OK, well...
Ask everybody you see for a pub, something to do with crabs and lobsters and that sort of thing.
Right. Will do. We'll be here any minute. Just coming up to the sea. Nice to be by the seaside, isn't it?
Well, Hardier's Hotel is at Old Village, wherever that is. Where's Old Village?
Yes.
Where's the Old Village?
Shanklin Old Village. Here we are.
Oh, what? There's two. There's the old village and the new village, is there?
Well, Hollier's Hotel, which is where... I've lost the clue now. Past the Hollier's Hotel and a crustaceous pub. So there must be a pub near this hotel, Hollier's Hotel in Old Village.
Hotel.
Where's Old Village? Can you see Old
I
Village?
can't see the Old Village marked on here.
No. Well,
Old Village, yeah. On the left is the Crab Inn.
the Crab Inn.
The
That's
Crab
it.
Inn.
You're just... Kenneth, you just astound me with your amazing brilliance sometimes.
Isn't it incredible, really? Yes, I know.
It's one of these places with one of those lifts up the cliff, isn't it?
It's all right for you, Anneka. We've got to live with him here.
It says here, on the left is the Crab Inn, which boasts with reason of being the prettiest in the island. At the corner, an unobtrusive fountain with a small shield emblazoned with the English and American flags bears the following lines written by Longfellow when visiting Shanklin in 1868. O traveller, stay thy weary feet, drink of this fountain pure and sweet. It flows for rich and poor the same. There you are.
Right, we're coming down to land in a field.
And go thy way, remembering
Holly
still.
Hotel, the
You've got
Crab
further on
Inn.
to go.
So you want the Crab Inn?
At
The
Old
Crab
Village.
Hotel, that's
It's actually
right.
landed just outside the town in a park. And I dare say a little run is called for. Oh, there's a taxi stop over
Old
there.
Village. You want Old
Village.
It says in
Crab
this...
Inn in Old Village.
Shanklin Old Village looks like a film set.
Looks like a film set.
It looks like a film set.
Right.
Has much Oxford lettering on the tea shops and a verse by Longfellow.
Right. OK. Right, so we want to get right into the centre. Is it along the seafront, the Crab Inn?
Well, it's called the Crab
Morning.
Hotel.
Where's
Crab Hotel. Look, there's a taxi. Oh, don't go. Right.
Where's Chine Avenue? That's
Do you know where the Crab Hotel is?
Straight down there.
Straight down here.
You're
Right.
quite close to it.
Oh. Right, we're doing OK. Stay on the pavement. Good morning.
What's she got to do when she gets
Now, and
She's got to find something in mint condition.
to a seaside tradition in mint
It must be
condition.
the Sandown Seaside Rock.
I bet it's a piece of
It's
rock.
a piece of rock.
Probably it's got a treasure hunt or something inside it.
Yes.
With lettering. Do you think?
I think so.
Now, could this be the Crab Inn ahead? There's a big blue sign. Right.
Has she got to go in
Good
the
morning.
inn?
Well, it says to a sea past the crustaceous pub.
You've got to go past the pub, not in it.
Yes, and
Oh, dear, never mind, Anneka.
to a seaside tradition in mint condition.
Right.
And we think you're looking for a stick of rock.
No, but hang on. Hang on. What building is it in, then? It's not in the pub.
Well, to a seaside tradition.
Just
There's the Crab Inn. I can see that ahead.
Is there a shop there that sells rock with a large sign outside, like a barber's pole?
Right. Just going round the
To a
corner.
seaside tradition, mint condition. I mean, I can't think of
Yes,
anything.
there is.
There is.
Yes?
Yes. Oh, no, that's Seafood Bar.
Well, ask them for a stick of mint rock.
Right. Right, there must be a rock shop out here. Where's the best place to get rock round here? Oh, right.
Can you think of anything else it could be? Crustaceous pub
To a seaside tradition.
That is very much a seaside
Right.
Oh,
tradition.
absolutely.
Mint condition, peppermint
It's
rock.
That's
right on
right.
it.
The pink and white salt.
The Old Village Rock Shop.
That's it. That's
Right.
it.
That sounds like it.
Right.
Ask them if they've got a stick of rock for
Send
you.
a postcard to my mum.
A brand new, mint condition stick of pink peppermint rock.
Right. pink peppermint rock.
With a clue in it.
Yes. Who's got my piece of rock? Pink peppermint rock, like this. Must be... Do you have a piece of this? Especially for me. Do you? No. Have you got a piece?
No.
No? Right, is this the only place for the rock? Excuse me. Can I go through there? Oh, hang on, there's loads of pieces here. Excuse me.
Do they make it there?
What a crisis. Do you actually make it here?
Yes.
Now, hang on. Here, have a look at some of those. See if there's something to do with treasure hunt on it. Ah, she's found it! Oh,
You got it? Right.
I like you, whoever. Right,
Stop the clock then. You can take another short break now. Join us again in a few moments. Phew. Welcome back to part 3. Well, John and Chris have now solved 4 of the clues. That means £500 to the good. How are they doing for time?
Halfway to the treasure. You're doing very well. You're on schedule with 13.5 minutes left to go.
Oh, tremendous.
OK, well, start the clock. Off you go.
Thank you.
Read the clue, Anneka,
Right,
please.
well, it's beside the point, but a smuggler's glen leads to an amazing finish with a Zurich type. Can't quite read that. What does it say?
We're finished with a little man from Zurich. It's
little
beside
man.
the point, but a smuggler's glen leads to an amazing finish with a little man from Zurich.
And we actually have the treasure hunt rock now.
Oh, you do?
It's amazing. Absolutely
Are you
incredible.
going back to the
Yes,
helicopter,
we're on
Annie?
our way back. Bye-bye, thank you. That is just incredible. We'll still buy some. Send the
It's got to be one of
proceeds to
these
us.
points, hasn't it, Kenneth?
Bye-bye.
I should think so.
Over here.
Oh, sorry.
Beside the point, the
No,
smuggler's
Charlie,
glen,
you just take
smuggler's
those in
glen.
St Catherine's Point down there.
St
do you
Catherine's
think?
Point, is it
Well, I don't know.
smuggling?
The little man from Zurich, that's probably a gnome. They always talk about
The gnomes of Zurich, don't
Yes,
they?
that's right.
Right. Well, we're just heading back to the helicopter.
Beside the point, the smuggler's glen.
Binnell
Where
Where
Point.
are all those books about that?
How you doing, Frankie? Frankie says
I'm in
cool.
Transform.
Frankie says relax.
Bother.
Frankie nearly lost his teeth then.
Wash. Oh,
We've got to tell her to go in
little gnomes.
which direction.
We don't know quite which direction to send you in yet.
Right, well, we're just...
Here we are. Knighton is famous for the smuggling trade, and Knighton is by St Catherine's Point.
yes.
Knighton.
Southwest again, Annie, from Shanklin.
Right, southwest. Is it on the coast?
Yes, if you
Yes.
can find St Catherine's Point, that's the most southerly tip of the Isle of Wight.
Right.
And we've got a little village called Knighton, which is
Knighton.
about half a
Knighton.
mile inland, or Knighton.
Oh, inland, right. OK.
But it would be wrong, apparently, to imagine that a smuggler's village is a scene of constant revelry. Where's this business about Zurich?
Rent the wages.
the helicopter
This meant there
this
was
far
not much
up?
money to spare. Never
OK,
went.
Frankie. Dear little
Very
Frankie.
suspicious of strangers.
Right, I don't remember it being such a long run.
The secret was brandy.
Oh, that sounds good. Brandy Graham.
Little man from Zurich.
They all had well-dressed children and looked as though they were well-fed, but no one knew where they got their money from. And it turned out it was because of the brandy they got from France.
But they look so fit, or what?
They sold and used the money.
Revenue man had time to say brandy.
Thought they
See if I can find any more.
had this air of well-being because they were busy drinking all the brandy. I think, Frankie.
Try to find this business about a little
I
man
can give
from
an old man a
Zurich.
hand now and again. Let's get back. This is somehow wrong, Frank. You're meant to be back there.
You know where to go, do you, Annie?
Can you hear us?
Yes. Right, it's southwest.
Yeah.
Good.
Something more about. Have you got another book? Shall I have a look?
Yes.
What was it called?
Knighton.
N-I-T-O-N. Down towards St Catherine's Point. It's beside the point.
Knighton.
But the smuggler's
Right.
glen leads to an amazing finish with a little man from Zurich.
Is there a path from
You've got
Knighton
10
that
minutes left now.
Right.
Oh, grief.
could
Knighton.
go to a
down.
smuggler's inn, maybe?
10 minutes.
Yeah, could do.
Right, we've just taken off from that path. And we'll probably head down the coast, or I'm not sure actually. Right, this is quite hilly ground here, heading inland. Now, St Catherine's Point's got a lot of history attached to it. Chris?
Yes?
When you were in the Isle of Wight, what were you actually doing? Just having a sort of 2-week holiday or a weekend holiday?
No, we only came for the day.
Oh, I see.
And we just drove round.
It is where
Gosh,
exactly
well, you sound as if you saw practically everything.
This is the business
No, we just came across from Lymington on the ferry.
Right.
And we just had the day there, but unfortunately, as we said, it was very foggy, so we couldn't see out to sea at all.
Oh, right.
But we did drive completely around the outside road.
It's a good job it wasn't a fortnight. We would have had a 3-minute-long programme, I think.
I was going to say. It's bad enough after one day. I think we'll have to, yes, tell our contestants in future Wintsea they're not allowed to go on holiday or out of their houses for a whole year before turning up. Yes. Okay? We'll build it into the contract somehow. You know, you have to stay at home. It's like on the day before the shoot, I'm locked up in my hotel room. I'm not allowed out, so I don't see why the contestants should be.
The whole village is famous for smuggling, Annie, but at the moment we don't know where to tell you once you land there. We're looking for this
It's described as a glen, so it's not going to be a beach where you would expect it to be, but it's going to have something to do with a little man from Zurich.
Is there anything about smuggling in particular in that book? Have a look under the thing. Oh my goodness.
Smuggling Museum Ventnor.
Listen, do you remember this poem? Up the airy mountain, down the rushy glen, we daren't go hunting for fear of little men. Do you remember that?
Ah, yes.
I don't know what, that suddenly...
Where did that spring from?
I mean, it's a childhood poem I knew. I've no idea what the next bit is or where it comes from. But that's,
Can you say that again?
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Try again.
Try again.
Shall I say it again?
Yes, please.
Oh, gosh. Up the airy mountain and down the rushy glen, we daren't go hunting for fear of little men. Then it's something like...
That's it.
Have a look at the
brown owl's feather or blue tail feather or at the end of the poem. I don't know.
There's a lot about it.
How are we doing time-wise? Gone.
7 minutes now.
All right. Well, just we're flying over the cliffs at the moment near Ventnor, St Lawrence. Right, beach resort of St Lawrence. How are you doing, Keith? How's life? Any problems with flying today?
What is it again?
There's black game chime.
Anything else you want to say? Any requests for your mum or
mirrors.
your daughter? No, he just won't talk. We want to go to Knighton. We're not sure where about. How long will that take? About a minute.
Oh, yes,
terrific.
you see the coastline has receded, so...
How are you doing with my airy mountain and rushy glen?
Well, but you have a look and see if you can see me like that.
We'll be there in about
It's a lot
couple
about
of minutes,
black
I think.
gang, isn't it?
I'm wondering whether it's over at this side. That's
Could be.
It's beside
What is
the
it?
point.
Right. Well, we're coming up to Knighton now.
You see, there is the black gang. It's got a museum here.
In front of us is the beach. I suppose that's Pucketer Cove, Biddle Bay.
Sinister smuggling
Reef Bay.
mafia. Smugglers
St
came from
Catherine's Point is over there where the
Annie, I think you want to go to Blackgan China. I've just found something about the Gnome's Garden.
Oh, right. So it's not Knighton. Okay.
So just go a little bit further.
Further around the coast to Blackgang Chine.
That's it.
Okay. Well, this was Knighton below us. Sorry, Knighton. Not today, thank you.
Just a little bit further.
A bit further around the coast. So that'll be about another 2 minutes, I think. So come on, Keith.
Can you see Blackgang Chine?
Yes. Yeah. No problem.
When you get there, there's a fine model village in which many of the interesting buildings of the island are reproduced to scale.
Right.
There's also a maze, an attractive water garden, a Wild West town, and a dinosaur park.
Right.
Another of the attractions in the grounds is the Gnome's Garden. These little fellows collect considerable sums for charity.
Oh, dear.
Here we are.
Well, there you go. And if you're very good, you could take home a plastic gnome with you, Keith.
The Gnome's Garden is...
Right, we're just... Right, we'll be there hopefully over the top of this hill. I don't know what's going to be there, but hopefully it'll be the other side of the... Oh, what a wonderful sight.
5 minutes to go.
Are you going to be landing in the car park?
Blue sea. Is that the Needles up there? With the Needles ahead of us, and Black Gang is down here, is it? Right. This is Black Gang here. Can we land in that field, Keith?
What was the final thing we were looking for? It was at the end of the garden
So
path.
it's the Gnome Garden.
Something up to lead you up the garden path. What was the treasure again?
Something up the garden path.
Yes, that's it.
There's
Yes,
some
lead you up
laid
the
out
garden path.
gardens. Let's see, what have we got down there? Oh,
Yes, it's the Gnome's Garden. It's called
this is
the
where
Gnome's
they have
Garden.
those sands in
Gnome
tubes.
with a dog
Yes,
or
there's a little castle.
a lead or a...
There's the little villagers.
An amazing
Oh, yes,
finish.
there's a maze.
There's a
The
maze?
maze, yes,
there we
there's
are.
the maze.
Right.
Oh, no. Oh, no. And there's a gnome in the maze,
Yes, that's it. You've got
Yes.
to go along the path to the Gnome's Garden.
which is in the middle of the maze.
No.
Well, it's in a maze.
Leads to an amazing finish. It's a path that leads to the
The
maze.
Oh, I see.
You are
with
a
a
gnome's
gnome
garden.
somewhere along it.
So
Is there a
I don't
maze
actually have to
somewhere
go
near
in the maze.
No,
Well,
Phew.
Smuggler's Gate leads to an amazing
Okay, Frank,
finish
still with us?
with a little man who's
Okay.
Well, there must be. She's got to find the maze, hasn't she? With a gnome by it, I would imagine, wouldn't you?
We're on our way.
Leads to an amazing finish
You want the gnome garden?
with a little man from Zurich.
So
Are there any gnomes at the maze?
is it the gnome garden which is near the maze?
no, the gnome garden is by the museum on the far side of the main building.
So what do you want, the maze or the gnome garden?
You want to go in the main entrance, and then you want to go round a place called the Bazaar, and then you want to go past the aviaries and into the gnome's garden.
Right, gnome's garden. So that amazing finish is just there to... I don't know,
Well,
I
it's
think that
leads
means...
to an
I think it
amazing-
means I should go in the maze if it says an amazing
It
finish.
sounds like it to me. Is a little man from Zurich going to... I mean, is there somebody dressed like a gnome or something?
I think it's amazing. Where's the gnome barn? Is this the way in? Is this the way in? Right.
The maze, in fact, is in the just past the Fern
That's
Glen.
the gents.
Oh, Jen.
Right.
Have you...
From the air, you see, there's this enormous great maze, which I'm at the front of now. But is there a gnome garden here? Look, they're so embarrassed about
Yes, the
seeing
gnome's
us.
garden is right near the buildings.
Where's the
maze
gnome's
is
garden?
near the cafe.
2.5 minutes left.
Do I have to go through the maze to get to the gnomes?
No. I don't think so.
Go round it. I have to...
Yeah, there's a maze here.
The maze. I need a map. Has anyone got a map? Here, quickly, where are we?
Back in the maze. I've waited.
Is there a gnome? Do you know this place?
I'm sure you've got to go to the
Is there a
maze, Annie.
gnome in the maze?
No, the gnomes are over
Go
that
to the
way.
maze, Annie.
Go into the maze, not the gnomes. Can you come with me? I'm terribly sloppy.
And a maze? Yeah, she's got to go. I think she's got a maze, but she'll find
2 minutes,
us.
Kenneth, 2 minutes.
You'll find a gnome in the maze, Annie.
There should be
Half of the maze, at least.
Oh, he's a great
Not
idiot.
very much help, but still.
Hang on, let's have a look.
Where are you, Annie?
Hang on.
Into the maze, Annie.
We're in the maze. Hang on.
Look for a gnome.
A gnome.
It's 1.5 minutes to go.
Where's a gnome? Can you quickly... Is there a gnome anywhere? How much time... How are we doing? Oh,
think we
it's a
can help
dead
you,
end!
No, I don't think we can.
Where's the middle? Oh no, where's the... Oh God. There's the gnome! I can see it! How do I get there? How do I get there? Please, someone help me. I'm totally lost. How do I get to the gnome? Over the top. Quickly, show me how to get to the gnome. You've been here before.
1 minute to go. Only one. 1 minute.
Hang on, I've got some tourists here sort of showing me where to go. Quickly! Is this right? Which is the gnome? How do I get to the gnome?
Oh, no, I can't bear. She's not going to get there.
Is this right? Quickly! We've got 30 minutes to go. Quickly, 30 seconds! Quickly! Come on.
30 seconds left. Just 30 seconds.
You're joking. I'm blindly following these tourists.
This way.
Come on, Annie.
Here it is. Hang on, we've got it!
You got it? Right, stop the clock, stop the clock.
Oh, don't do that to
How
us.
much time left? A few seconds?
Just a few seconds to go. Yeah.
Well done, Annie.
So you had a guide, did you, in the end?
Well, some tourists were here who'd obviously been in the maze. Have you been in the maze for about 3 days? You seem to know it very well.
Yes,
That's well done. Thank you so much.
Oh, Annie, that's wonderful.
Well, anyway,
Shall we
let's
just explain that last
Yes,
clue,
please
just to
do,
make
yeah.
sure? Black gang was supposed to be smugglers, and a chine is a glen.
That's the word.
Anyway, they've got £1,000.
Oh,
Marvellous.
amazing.
Tremendous.
Well done. You're very well done.
That's all from this week's treasure hunt. Hope you'll join us again next week for another. Until then, goodbye.
See you next week. Bye.
In fact, the treasure hunt team will be returning tomorrow night here on the Family Channel when Somerset is their destination, flying over the gorge and the cheeseries. Well, stay with us now as the cats are about to lap up the cream and Prue investigates a mysterious death after the break.